When the wheel of the year turns towards the summer solstice, it's a time of sunshine and fruits and flowers. It feels like the whole of the natural world is in bloom. And in this video, I'll explain exactly what the summer solstice is, the spiritual themes of this festival, and also give you some practical ideas for how you can celebrate it. Sound good? If so, just boop that like button and let's get started. Hiya lovely! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shirley from Sacred Huntress, and I help people to explore healing, self-care and spiritual practice. So let's dive in to the origins of the summer solstice. Okay, so this is a diagram of the Wheel of the Year. It's an annual cycle of 8 festivals that mark the passing of the seasons. Now, I go into a lot more detail about the Wheel of the Year in another video, so I'll drop the link below and you might like to check that out after this particular video. You'll find the link in the description box below. So the summer solstice is a quarter point. It's also known as Midsummer's Eve or Letha. It marks the longest day and the shortest night of the year, and it's a time when the sun is at the height of its powers. It's a festival dedicated to the light and celebrating the sun. It is interesting to note that as we celebrate the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, others are simultaneously celebrating the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. Now, at the winter solstice, we celebrate the return of the light. At the summer solstice, we honour the sun and we celebrate the return of the darkness as we turn towards the dark half of the year. Now, traditionally, people stayed up to greet the sunrise at the summer solstice, and people celebrated the fertility of the earth in the form of the corn mother, Kindred and Demeter. Giant effigies would be carried through the town and burnt on the great midsummer fires. So let's move on to the spiritual themes of this festival. In terms of the spiritual themes, the summer solstice is an opportunity to celebrate the outward expression of nature at its peak. The flowers are in bloom, the leaves are really verdant and green on the trees, the grass is lush, and the ducks and the birds have all given birth and are tending their young at this time of year. Now, it's a time of fulfillment and a time of abundance. The summer solstice is a time to honour the life-giving power of the sun, because without the sun, nature wouldn't be able to reach its peak. It's also a time to welcome the return of the darkness and to honour the darkness as a necessary part of balance and wholeness. And this isn't just balance and wholeness within light and dark in nature, but also an opportunity for us to honour the light and the darkness within ourselves. So now let's consider some practical ways to celebrate the summer solstice and to honour this festival in your own spiritual practice. Thankfully, there are so many different ways to honour the summer solstice and so many things that we can do to celebrate this time of year. You may like to continue the ancient tradition of getting up early to watch the sunrise on the summer solstice to honour the power of the sun. You may like to build a midsummer fire to symbolise the power of the sun, and gather together with loved ones to feast and dance. It's always lovely to consider wearing colours that you associate with the sun and with the light. You may choose reds or oranges or yellows. By the way, as we explore these ideas together, I'd love to hear your favourite ways of celebrating the summer solstice, so drop those down in the comments below. You may like to gather summer fruits or cut flowers from your garden To celebrate the summer solstice, you may like to weave and wear a flower crown to celebrate the abundance of the earth. It's a great time to list and feel gratitude for all of the abundance in your life and for all that you've achieved in the year so far. It's also a great time to cleanse crystals, amulets, talismans, and gemstones by leaving them to charge in the summer solstice sun. The summer solstice is a beautiful festival of light and flowers and abundance and sunshine. So follow your instincts and celebrate in a way that feels right to you. And if you are interested in seasonal living and following the wheel of the year in your own spiritual practice, one of these videos might be of interest to you next. Summer solstice blessings, sweet souls. I'll see you in the next video.